to those moments in the meeting when someone says, "Oh, well, you know how those people are," or, "Well, that's kind of, you know," it's hard for me to even say the language, right? But to say these comments, and so there's a whole buffet of ways to manage them. One is to first recognize, and this one I put a giant star by, is to recognize your reaction. Recognize your reaction. And what do I mean by that? So what usually happens, I interview a lot of people around these moments. What usually happens is somebody says something in a meeting, and we feel like, huh? Wait, did I? Is that? We scan around. We're looking for facial cues of others. We're trying to think about, gosh, what should we do? And when I interview people, what we're usually finding is because we are in that sort of vortex storm, overwhelm moment of, oh, what should I? Oftentimes we are led to inaction. And so the value of recognizing your reaction, and by recognizing your reaction, I mean taking a step back just for a moment and say, am I feeling awkward? Oh, I am feeling, oh, this does feel uncomfortable. This does feel weird. No, this doesn't feel right. So we recognize it, we validate our reaction, validate our thoughts, we gather our thoughts first so that you can actually feel strong to take action, and then name what you see. That looks like, this seems like it might be, or this is, or I'm not so sure about that. I'm not comfortable with this. And it can be a whole spectrum. It can be, right? So even that, I have not finished the sentence, but I have come in, I have interrupted it, I have stated dissent, even sort of quietly. There's no one right or wrong way to do this. We think about that. I think about sharing this potential impact. Some people might take offense to that. That comment may perpetuate, negative stereotypes. And we, of course, aren't speaking for affected people, but being able to say, this language will matter. And the last piece I think about is around this notion of offering support and resources. So this is not a case of, I think, of blame or judgment or seeing this person as bad. This is just my personal belief. But when people say these sorts of things, it's not because, this is just my belief, it's not because they are inherently bad, but they have been socialized in a certain way to believe whatever they may believe. And so there's an opportunity really for joint gesturing, sort of hands being held here, joint learning, offering support. Could be seeking support for yourself, psychosocial support, your friends, your colleagues. It could be offering support to this person or the person affected, or offering support for your team. Hey, without naming things, this happened just the other day. I was working with a team, and when we saw it as an opportunity for a brown bag around pronouns. Right? Instead of going just in the negative and the blame, we said, what if we spend an hour to have a conversation just about pronouns and how we can get this right? This work takes courage. To speak up takes, you might feel afraid to take these actions, but it will absolutely make a difference.